Hello, remember me? Not since Dirty River, which was a long time ago. I had a really tough time a couple of weeks after Dirty River. I had a big assignment to do. I'm doing a postgraduate course in nutritional therapy. That genuinely nearly broke me. Then I had to quit the Grappling because I hadn't trained and I fundamentally could not afford to get there, both energy wise, and it was going to cost me £700 to £1,000 to get there from Cornwall. It's over 1,000 miles drive, so just haven't really been riding much since then. And if I'm not riding, I haven't really got anything to talk about. As they say, if you haven't got anything good to talk about, don't say anything at all. It's really windy today, so I'm going to try and have a little chat on the way round, and it's a nice evening. So this video, I'm going to try not to just moan about stuff, but it might just be me moaning about stuff. Just found it really, really hard to put my kit on and get out on my bike. So I've barely been riding 200k a week, even though the weather was all right. But when the sun's out, Cornwall is heaving. The traffic, people walking, people with dogs, caravans. It's just been so busy since the May Bank Holiday weekend, really. And managed to get my kit on this evening. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle. Still not entirely feeling it, but once I get to about 40 minutes, it usually gets a bit easier. So I'm gonna ride up to the top of a hill, check out the sun and some views, find a little bit of joy, and start my Friday evening. What better way to do it apart from this stabby little climb?
If you love me good, good, good with the moon and the sun comes up, then I love you too. I do, 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 do. Come on, get me in a mood, 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 mood. I don't wanna think about the world before you. Tunnel vision, I only know you like.
I feel like I'm in a lost jungle. I've made it to the top of the hill. Look how nice it is. Ooh. It's a little step there, couldn't see it. When I left my house, which is at sea level, it was unbelievably windy. And up here, there's no wind. Doesn't really make any sense to me, but I'll take it. Now we found some lovely sand. It's like gravel, but sandy. I booked a few events this year. Did Battle on the Beach, amazing. Did Dirty River, had a good time, even though it absolutely rinsed me with well over 1,000 miles of driving. And the weather, that was lols, wasn't it? So far I've missed the Grappling, which was a few weeks ago, cause money and fitness. And then tomorrow is the Koi Stone Circle, which I was fully intending to do as well with Ben. I think a few of my other friends are going. It's been a really tough couple of years, but I've always managed to keep riding. But I've been living back in Cornwall for the last 6 months and I never really wanted to move back here. I know it's really beautiful and I sound really ungrateful, but I really hate riding here. It's just find it so hard to get out. It's busy. I live right in a little tiny village with basically 1.5 ways out, so I don't really enjoy. So it's an absolute tourist trap. Even getting out of the village in the car or the motorbike, I do a lot of swearing. But I mean, look at this. I thought, seeing as it's not too windy, might as well stop and have a little chat with this beautiful Cornish clay country vista behind me. That's obviously a volcano, we've talked about this before. Oh, my glasses are all steamed up. The sun's gone in, but as they say around there, 'tis so close, 'tis almost touching. Nose bridge sweat. Oh, you know, it's summer when. I now live in Cornwall, which I don't find particularly easy to ride around. I don't have a lot of people to ride with. I'm not in a local club. I'm no longer in a team. So I just find it really repetitive. Like, yeah, this is really nice, but I come here every time I ride. I have one friend that I go riding with at the weekend and we've had some real adventures actually, but because getting out to ride is such a big deal, I just haven't wanted to, you know, talk to anyone about it. No offense. It is nice to see you. Yeah, been back here 6 months and the whole point was I was going to move back and regroup and maybe go somewhere else. So that just hasn't happened. Me, like everybody else, is just struggling with money and know, hope, I suppose, if you're, everything's just so expensive, isn't it? I'm struggling to pay for everyday things. So spending £700, more than £700 to go to Scotland for a one-day race was just completely out of my price range. I wasn't feeling fully fit. I just couldn't justify that level of money. And plus, you know, I'm self-employed, so a day off work cost me X amount of money on top of what I have to spend to get there. So yeah, I was really sad to miss out. It looked like an epic event. I mean, it sounded so hard. I haven't seen anyone's videos that have said, oh yeah, that was really fun. They're all like, my lungs nearly came out of my nose, but maybe I'll give it a go next year. Next year's going to be different. Yeah, with the Stone Circle, again, it looks an amazing route. I really want to ride around Salisbury Plain, but just haven't got 10 hours of riding in me, I don't think. I've been struggling a bit physically, had some pain, and this bike. I'm going to ride on a little bit more while I compose myself about what to say about the bike, because, I mean, we're friends. We are friends, but it's not an easy relationship, guys. Right, let's go gravelling. I've had a lot of trouble with the bearings. Within a few weeks of buying this bike, they sent me some new bearings. We put them in. They lasted weeks. When I was in Gran Canaria, I think I got those bearings put in at the end of October. I went to Gran Canaria at Christmas. They were already absolutely shot. And one of the big problems with these bearings is they were so bad that they were pulling the chain off. So it's actually kind of ripped a big hole in my frame. And I'm not sure if the frame is delaminated or if it's just superficial damage, but it's really deep. I'll put a little video in for you. So see what you think. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Badlands on this bike in 2 months' time, and I'm not sure of the structural integrity. So, like, this bike isn't even a year old. I bought it in July last year, and yeah, don't know. The front derailleur doesn't work properly. It still flings the chain off. 3 different bike shops have said the derailleur's on at a really funny angle. Wish I'd gone for a 1x. We'll probably have to change it to 1x anyway if I do Badlands. Yeah, so that's been really fun. And I'm not going to say this bike has ruined my love of cycling, but it certainly had an impact. Like, I've just felt a bit dejected. You know, this is a really expensive bike. The list price for this bike in the UK is £4,800, which is a lot of money by anyone's standards. I won't have paid for it for another 2 years, and it's just not really been fit for purpose. I don't care if you spend £600 or £6,000. A bike should just work for at least a year without so much stress. Plus, the shop have been really helpful, what I bought it from, but they are in the Netherlands. So they're very limited by what they can do, like looking at the frame. I've emailed them about the frame, they've never replied. 3T, I've emailed, they have never replied to my emails. So it's just been a bit of a disappointing experience as a customer for both the manufacturer and very slightly for the shop, although I'm very grateful the shop have been as helpful as they can be. I understand they're stuck in a predicament. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do about this bike. Plus, you probably saw, I didn't know you were supposed to tape your frame before you put a bar bag on. So I bought this beautiful new Camel Shocks bag, and it's stripped all the paint off my frame, but that's ride error. I love this bit. It's like being in a lovely forest, and it's downhill, so you can just cruise. Got some trees. Yeah, definitely like this bit. It's a nice climb going up actually as well. So listen to me being all happy now I came out. Amazing, what an hour of pedaling. Getting out is the really hard thing, isn't it? Once you get out, 9 times out of 10, you do feel better for it. So the moral of the story is just get out. Although I have had a couple of rides recently where that hasn't happened. So today is not that day. Yay! Outside! Woo. Evening. This is St Austell town centre, and you're not supposed to cycle through here, but there's not a lot going on, so just going to carry on. Oh, there's some youths. Yeah, it's not the best place to hang out ever. Youths. Hi! Youths. Ah, that was fun, wasn't it? Friday night in St Austell town centre. FYI, St Austell town centre smells like weed and Lynx Africa. Not even joking. Full Friday night experience. Back down at the bottom of the hill, and it's windy again. How even is that? Oh, it's windy. Don't know if you can hear me or not. Next event is Enduro. 2 weeks time, that's going to be mega. It's been my 3rd year in a row. Never had a bad time. Even when life around it has been bad, never had a bad time at Enduro. So hopefully I'm getting my mojo back and I'm going to enjoy riding again. At the end of the day, you can't force yourself to enjoy something if it's just not there, can you? But then my default is to then feel really guilty because I haven't got any reason to not enjoy things. I've got my health, I live in an all right place, my bike does work, but I suppose that's just when you're a bit stressed and depressed. Just can't force it. Can't be motivated all the time, and we shouldn't beat ourselves up about it. But I'll see you down the road. Thanks again for coming along for the ride. I'll try not to leave it as long this time, but maybe I will. Not going to make promises I can't keep. And see you again very soon. Bye for now.